to the Press for Conversation podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Layback Corey. You heard what I said, Mr. Layback Corey. I got a special guest in today, man. This dude got lyrics, he got bars. He all around hell of a Frank Castle. We're gonna get into that as well, man. My main man, Aunt P, what's up, man?
What's the word, man? What's the word?
But before we get into this episode, man, we want to play a good song by you that was produced by Motizzi called State of Mind.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. It's on all platforms. Make sure y'all check it out. Here we go.
Loud. Yeah. Another day, another dollar. Niggas tryna plot on my paper, why bother? Try to hit a lick on your man, you get snotted. Niggas copy my style, I'm looking like they father. Yeah, try to put me in the box, it's not happening. The moves will make the white folks say it's baffled. Chopper talking like a drunk nigga rambling. The plays on my mind got a nigga scrambling. It's kinda crazy how they think they slick. Niggas acting straight, bitch, now I stay with a stick. Got you haters in my way, yeah, that's a quick fix. One phone call to get you busted niggas out the mix. Yeah, we don't play no games over here. We on point, man, my heart pumps no fear. Try to lock a nigga down, man, you bitches crazy. Call it sneak this and shit, you niggas can't fade me. My state of mind steady on that paper. Trying to stack my money high like my rich ass neighbors. Trying to stay sucker free, it's a full-time caper. Understand this, my dog, I got no favors. Yeah, my state of mind steady on that paper. Trying to stack my money high like my...
Appreciate that.
So tell us about this State of Mind, produced by Motizzi.
So I hit this nigga Tizzy with an idea. Just randomly driving my car, that nigga. I'm like, hey, I need you to sample this for me. And that nigga just, his instant reaction was like, nah, I can't do it. I can't do that shit. I can't do it. If you listen, the sample is Nas' New York State of Mind. I told him like to sample that and trap it out. He didn't want to do that shit at first. Then he called me the next day. He was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. So he did. He whipped it up in like 10, 15 minutes, sent it to me. I dropped in 10, 15 minutes, sent it back, and we hit up a SAR. Because you got to hit up a SAR like a month in advance to get time with him now. That man has been overbooked. He actually had an opening like 2 days later. And we ended up getting in there and getting the mix down and all that. And then we just kept listening back to it. And like, yeah, this going to probably be the one. So.
Now, SAR's the engineer, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've been, shout out to him. I've been trying to get him on the podcast, but he probably so busy, so booked.
Man, it's like I said, you got to book a month in advance with him right now. That's how crazy it is with him.
That's crazy. So, how long you been working with Motizzi?
Since 2013, so almost 10 years now.
Why Motizzi though?
I met Motizzi through acapella, or he go by Tristan Knight now. Met him through him, and just I was listening to Tizzy beats, man. Tizzy he has a very distinct sound. Like it's like he has his own like sound to me. It's Detroit based, but it's also like he has an ear for it. Like he knows like what to do with it and how to do this shit. And he also like what I noticed with him too. He will play the shit out. Like he will play like the sounds out. Like just trying to sample something. He will play that shit out himself. And you don't see a lot of producers that do that.
Oh yeah. So you said which is Tristan Knight, Jedi Knight. Shout out to Tristan.
Always.
Actually, he did the thing. He do the theme song for me too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's a mastermind behind it. So how long y'all been working? How long y'all been? Cause I see you got a record with him as well.
The crazy part is I met Ak and like I'm always calling him Ak. He not gonna like that shit, but I'm always calling him Ak no matter what. That's what I met him as, is acapella. But I met him in 2012. It's around the time I was working with my cousin. They had like a management company and all that. Then we had an office downtown, and I met him there because I remember like we was supposed to be like a whole little artist meeting or something like that. And I went to it was over there by Greek Town. So I went to Greek Town with the five guys, grabbed me something, and came back. The first thing I said, like, this nigga went to Five Guys, bro. Like, you ain't asked anybody else one in. So I was just like, all right. So we kicked it and everything, man. So I met him, and then, the rest was history from there.
That's what's up, man. So how long you been rapping?
2005.
Oh man, that's the year I graduated. But
same here.
Oh yeah,
same here. It's all good, man. It's all good.
So now, what state? What state of not what state? Where do you think your music fit at when it comes to hip hop?
I would say it fits around like, I wouldn't say currency or anything like that. Somewhere along the lines of like J Rock, Mozzie in that area. You know, just people rap about their life and all that. Not specifically trying to make club records or any of these other records like that. We just make the music that we feel. So you can say it probably around them range.
Okay, tell us about this great Frank Castle album.
Man, Frank Castle is my second album. It was like right after Bad Luck Bundy, and I'm kind of like, how I do is like, I feel like I'm an anti-hero. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just that guy. You know, like people fuck with me, people don't fuck with me. That's how it is with Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. People fuck with him, but people don't fuck with him. You know, he just gets the job done.
Well, he ain't the one to fuck with either.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So,
you know, that's my favorite. That's our favorite cartoon character, man. Him and Mega Man.
yeah, mine is Deadpool and Punisher.
No, yeah. So when I seen that, I was like, "That's clever, man." And I also seen the video when using that clown. Clown, he was like, I think it was an interview. It was a 3-part interview.
Oh yeah, man. Nah, I wanted to do something different, dog. Cause I know when I dropped Bad Luck Bunny, I just dropped that shit. You know what I'm saying? Drop some videos, drop that. But I wanted to do something a little different. So I was like, we set up like a fake ass Vlad TV interview or some shit. So we just kind of did it like that. And then I shot to my dog Kurt Will. I had him play like the interviewer and all that. Cause you know Vlad, Vlad TV. He's always never there. He always had like the little.
It's called a ghost interview.
Yeah, like ghost interview. So he always had that there, and like he'll be talking to you and everything. So I was like, man, I got a couple of ideas we could do with this shit. So hit up Kurt. Kurt was like, all right, I'm with it. Then I hit up Jason because Jason did the photo shoot for me too for the cover. So I hit up Jason like, hey, we about to do a skit too. Like, how much you need for that? He's like, I just need this. So I gave him that, and then we shot that too.
Oh, that's cool, man. So as far as music, where do you think Detroit rap it is? What type of state it's in now?
We probably one of the best states that we've been in like since it started, you know, because like everybody's getting a look right now. Different labels been through here, and of course it's like a big melting pot. Like it's so many different genres of rap and hip hop here in Detroit that people don't really know. You know, you got the backpack rap, you got the street rap, it's just all of it, you know.
Right, I think it's because it's a big city, man.
Yeah,
it's a big city, so you got, like you say, you got different genres. You got different genres of rap, and it's a big city, so it's enough room.
Yeah, and it's like, and I fuck with like damn near everybody, like whoever, like whatever, each type of rap I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody in that element. Like I know a person. Like shout out to my dog Joshua Smith. You know what I'm saying? He's in that element. You know, pro black cool, all that. He's in that element, but he also in the conscious rap too. So I fuck with him heavy. He was on Bad Luck Bundy. He was on PTSD. Second track off of that.
So tell me something. When you're in the studio, how many songs can you record in one day?
Shit, about 3 or 4. I do 3 or 4. It used to be less than that. I could probably do like 1 song or 2 songs a day. But I think one of my biggest issue was I used to overthink like a lot of shit. Like I'll just sit there and be like, damn, I'm fucking this up and everything. But I'm just like, let me just push it out there. Let people hear it and see where it goes from there. I actually had that issue yesterday. Recorded a song yesterday. Like I ain't like it, but everybody else heard it. Like, no, this is hard. You know what I'm saying? And people will tell me like if the shit trash. You know, like I welcome that. I want people to give me that constructive criticism. Let me know what I can do to fix this and that. You know, I'm not opposed to that at all.
That's cool, man. That's actually a great thing, man. A great thing. Some people will say they have this direction. In that direction, I want to know what direction Aunt P is going to have. What direction are you trying to go in music?
My direction, really, man. I just want my core fan base. You know, like if I get to that big megastar status, fine. But you know, I'm content with just having that core like a currency fan base. Like whatever you drop, people are just going to buy that shit. They're gonna come to your shows, sell out, everything. You know. I'm fine with that. Like I don't need nothing too extravagant or anything like that. Am I prepared for it? Yeah. But I do want like the person that everybody fuck with. You see this nigga don't have no problems with nobody, no beef, none of that shit. Everybody want to fuck with him. That's where I want to be at with it.
That's cool, man. So what producers would you like to work with in the future?
Shit, let's do it. Cardo for one. Alchemist is one of my favorites. Just Blaze is like a dream for me.
Just Blaze.
Yeah, Just Blaze, and then shit. Outside of that, man, that's really it. Like between them three, like those like three of my favorite producers right now.
Have you ever worked with an artist? Have you ever worked with Dash Jordan?
Yeah. Me and Dash got some shit on top.
Yeah, I figured that. I think I heard some with y'all too. Dash Jordan is another artist that I think is hot too as well.
I fuck with Dash.
So why? You said Just Blaze. Why Just Blaze?
Just Blaze to me, man. You know how everybody was flocking to Kanye and all that. I was flocking over to Just Blaze. Just Blaze has always been like that nigga to me when it comes to like making like that soundtrack type music. You know what I'm saying? Like you making like you producing like for a soundtrack. Like you just making a beat or orchestrating it. And Just Blaze is one of the niggas that does that shit. Cause I remember when this was on Ustream, like he was just playing a bunch of songs and shit. And he got a song with him like with Drake and Rick Ross called Diamond Life. And that shit, like, he sampled something that nobody would never sample, and that shit came out harder than a motherfucker. You know, that's one thing about Just Blaze, man. He gonna flip some shit for sure.
Oh yeah, he's one of the greats. So for the people that's watching this episode of the podcast or the radio show, let us know what MP is doing now and what he got going on in the future.
Right now, I'm working on a couple of projects right now. I'm working on a project right now. Me, Mo Tizzy, and my dog Jake. They both producing it, so we're working on that. I'm about to do the State of Mind video. We're about to shoot that this weekend. About to get that out here soon. Right now, I'm also working on my album, Anti-Hero. We're probably not going to see that until next year, but I will hit y'all off with something during the summer, fall. So make sure you hit them with that. And, got my other podcast, Everything Is, with me and Corey. We do a sports-based podcast for Woodward Sports.
Oh, okay. Tell us about that. Tell us more about that. Congratulations, too.
Appreciate that. Thank you. So, yeah, we started this, I believe, last year. I can't remember. Everything been a blur. But we started last year. Our first interview with Eric Bischoff, and how we got the idea called Everything Is. We was going to call it Everything Is Wrestling. But, some people got it copywritten and everything, so they got it copyrighted. Because where I got that from was from Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff had a TED Talk where he said, like media, anything that we see is, like, influenced by wrestling. You know, how they make this person a good guy, make this person a bad guy, and then they switch it over, all this other shit. Like, prime example, Chris Rock and Will Smith. That's some wrestling type shit, how the media is portraying that right now. All these different things coming out to make Will look like this and that. And Eric Bischoff's like, the news and everything else takes a lot of notes from wrestling and use that in their, their broadcast, their report, their articles, all of that. So I was like, let's just name this Everything Is, and we're gonna talk about everything that's like with sports and all that. But we're gonna add the wrestling element to it too, so we can talk about how these narratives come out. Like another one was, Coach K last game, in the Final Four, and he playing against Duke, and they said they never played ever. They never faced Duke and North Carolina never faced off in the Final Four or the tournament in general. And this was I'm sorry. To cut you off. Finish what you were saying. I'm sorry. Yeah. So it was that, and then they were saying Coach K is 50 and 49 against UNC, and this is gonna be his last. If he loses, this is gonna be his last game. Man, they whooped him twice. Yeah. They whooped him on his day opener of him saying retiring, and they retired him. And then now they retired him. Now the record is 50 and 50, so it's even 500. So it's just that's some wrestling. That's some wrestling story. That's a wrestling story right there. Speaking of wrestling, was you satisfied with WrestleMania? I was. Yeah. WrestleMania was good. Yeah, it was one of the best ones I've seen in a while, especially night one. Yeah. The first night was good. Yeah, the first night was really good. My favorite matchup was Bianca Belair versus Becky. Oh, that was a good match. That was a 5-star. That was good. And Stone Cold and Kevin Owens. That was nostalgic, man. That was very nostalgic. Yeah. Man. Now, what I didn't like is Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. It was just. Like that. I you know what? I knew it wasn't gonna be match of WrestleMania and anything like that, because I knew what we was getting. Like, we was gonna get some big motherfuckers over there punching each other and shit. That's all that was, man. But everything else was cool.
So who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
My favorite wrestler growing up was Kurt Angle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kurt Angle's my dog, man.
Mine was The Rock.
Yeah, everybody was, it was either Stone Cold, The Rock, or Triple H. I ventured off a little bit. I said Kurt Angle.
That's okay, cause I liked it. I mean, I liked it. I liked it. The Ultimate Warrior, Razor Ramon.
Yeah, Razor
Shout
Ramon,
out-
my dog.
but rest in peace to both of them. But
Yeah.
you know, I love wrestling. I'm a big wrestling fan. But speaking of that, do you put that a lot of that into your aggressiveness of wrestling in your music?
Yep, I sure do. That's like one of my biggest things, like one of my biggest influence to it for like when I rap is like the whole wrestling thing and all that. Like, and I use, you know what I'm saying, like, cause I think what we do, we sampled. This was years ago. Shout out to my homie JL. It was me, Ock, and my dog Jonas. He don't rap.
So what y'all was the Three Horsemen?
Yeah,
Four
yeah.
Horsemen?
You see me going there with it. Yeah, we sampled the Four Horsemen theme, man, and we rapped over that shit. So I've released that like years ago. Got it mixed and everything. I might put it back out there, something like that, man.
So which one of y'all was Ric Flair, Dean Malenko?
Well, shit, I had to be Ric Flair, man. I came up with the idea. Shit. Everybody else was probably Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard or some shit, you know.
Oh, but it's good talking to you today, man.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good that you stopped doing that. I want, want to commend you to keep doing what you're doing as far as your music.
Appreciate
keep
that.
putting out that good. I will be checking for you.
Oh yeah.
To make sure you putting out that good music, man. So, like I said, it's a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
I gotta ask you this question because I ask a lot of artists that come on here.
Okay.
How do you deal with writer's block?
I go live life, dog. That's the one thing you have to do is like when you have that writer's block, you just go out there and just start experiencing life. You just, you know what I'm saying, like go to the grocery store, do some grocery shopping or something, go to the movies, go hang out with some people and all that, man. Just don't try to fight, just don't try to force yourself out that shit. You just gotta go live, you know what I'm saying? Go play the game, go watch a game or something like that. That's how I usually do it, man. You know what I'm saying? I go hang out and just try to clear all that shit out, and like at the day, should be going like that. I'm good to go.
So another big question then,
Sure.
before I close out this great interview. Who is Ant P?
Ant P is the most known unknown in the city of Detroit. People know who I am, but people don't know who I am. And I'm cool with that. But I'm a nigga who gonna work hard, who believes in himself, who believes in the people around him. You know what I'm saying? It's just that guy, man. So I can leave it at that.
That's what's up, man. Like I said, thank you for stopping through, y'all. I'm your host, Mr. Layback Corey. This is the Press for Conversation Podcast Radio. I got my man Ant P. Thank you for stopping through. Tell the people out there, man, before you close the show, tell the people out there where they can find your music.
Oh yeah, you can find me on all streaming services, man. You can find me on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Just search Ant P, A-N-T, space P with the period at the end of that bitch. I'm everywhere.
All right, there y'all have it. This is the Press for Conversation Podcast. Peace.
Yes, sir.